Pere kept gulping until he halved the bottle of alcohol in his hand. I cannot believe this is my life right now. Hell no, he cried. And drowning yourself in alcohol will fix it? Tell me what's wrong, man, so we can know where to help you, Abby said in frustration. Pere had called Abby that morning that he was lodged in a hotel in his city. Abby rushed to see his good friend. He came with a bottle of strong alcohol so they could drink together. On getting to Pere's hotel room, he met him sitting on the floor, crying like a child. He has been like this for the past 2 days, only ordering alcohol. The waiter attending to Pere's room informed Abby, urged him to call someone before he dies in here. Pere was married to Itohan, and they had 3 lovely kids, 2 boys and a girl. Pere adored his wife and children. He provided everything for the family. He made sure his money was evident on his wife and children. They went to the best schools and his wife drove the best cars. She changed cars like clothes and spent her husband's money lavishly. Pere put his wife's name on all his properties. Pere didn't mind as all he wanted was peace and love to be in his home. Itohan often told Pere that she needed to be free so as to attend parties and nightclubs. Pere didn't see anything wrong with it as he had always gone to club even while they were dating. When Itohan gave birth to their last child, at 3 months postpartum, she left the child with her husband to go clubbing all through the night. Pere thought it was a joke at first, but it wasn't. When she returned home the next morning, Pere snapped at her in anger. You had the mind to leave our 3-month-old baby to go clubbing. What kind of mother are you? Oh, please. Isn't she okay? I knew she would be okay. Itohan sharply replied Pere. Okay, you say. How about your breast milk she would take? Isn't it raided with alcohol? Pere asked as his anger grew. I'm not in any mood for this, Itohan said and walked away. Pere met Itohan as a church girl and hoped she would listen to her pastor. Pere picked up his phone and dialed their pastor. Hello, good morning, sir. It's Pere, Itohan's husband, Pere said over the phone. Good morning, brother Pere. How is the family? The pastor asked on the other end of the phone. Sir, the family is in shreds. Please, can you come over to the house before I lose it? Pere said, trying to tone down his anger. I don't know what it is, but please keep your cool. I will be on my way now. In no time, the pastor was in Pere's home. Pere narrated everything to the pastor. He did not hide his frustration and anger. Brother Pere, you shouldn't have agreed for your wife to go clubbing. Think of her health as a nursing mom and the effect of alcohol on the brain of your tender baby. Oh, Sister Itohan, the pastor called out to Itohan as he sighted her walking down the staircase. Itohan snubbed her husband and the pastor. She did not even mutter a word to them as she walked past them, walked into her car and drove out. Pere had never seen this side of his wife before. He was shocked at her behavior. The pastor called Itohan's lines severally after that day, but she didn't answer his call, neither did she return the call. Itohan stopped going to church completely. She was angry at the pastor because he had told her husband he made a grave mistake by allowing her go clubbing if he truly wanted to build a Christian home. Pere was disheartened by his wife's action towards the pastor. Itohan would go out and come back very late. Pere soon started seeing different types of men's wristwatches in their room. He would ask his wife about them, and every time she said it was her friends. One day, Pere saw a man's wedding ring and confronted Itohan about it. Who has this wedding ring, Itohan? Pere questioned. It's my friend's own, she said as usual. Your friend? Which of your friends? This is a man's wedding ring, Pere said in a raised tone. Itohan immediately walked away without replying her husband. Pere was weak and couldn't say anything. Itohan continued living questionable lifestyle. She spent more time at clubs and bars and came back at odd hours. Pere and the house helps were the ones who did school runs while Itohan was either out with friends or sleeping. Soon, outsiders began noticing Itohan's questionable lifestyle. A woman known all over the city as a married prostitute was now Itohan's very good friend. Pere's business associate called him on phone one day. "Hello, Pere. What's wrong in your marriage? I just saw your wife smoking with some industry big names." "Are you sure?" Pere asked. "I already dropped a video for you on WhatsApp. Check if it's your wife or I'm wrong," the business associate said and dropped the call. Pere opened his WhatsApp immediately and screamed. Then it dawned on him that he needed to run a DNA test on his 3 children as soon as possible. "No, no, no!" Pere screamed as he opened the delivery his gateman handed him. It was the DNA test results. Pere quickly called the hospital to inform them that there has been a mistake in the results, but he was reassured by the hospital that there was no mistake. Pere cried like a baby. He immediately drove out of the house to the next city, where he lodged. "Where is the result?" Abe asked Pere. Pere immediately handed it over to him. "Damn!" Abe exclaimed as he read the results. "Only the girl belongs to you? How could she have done this to you, man?" Abe blurted. There was silence in the room for over an hour. Abe suddenly broke the silence. "You know this is karma, right?" "Karma? Who did I offend? How? From where?" Pere asked with his eyes wide open. "Don't tell me you have forgotten about Tamara and what you did to her." Cold shiver flushed all over Pere. He began to cry bitterly again. Tamara was Pere's longtime ex. They dated for 7 years. When Pere had nothing. "What do I do, Abe? What do I do now? Tell me, I'm broken." "Call her," Abe said. Pere summoned courage after a couple of hours to call Tamara. He picked up his phone and dialed her number. "Hello?" A sweet, calm voice on the other end of the phone said. "Hello?" the voice said a second time. Pere lost his confidence and couldn't say anything. Hearing Tamara's sweet voice after all these years brought back lots of memories. He quickly dropped the call. He remembered how Tamara adored and loved him even though he had nothing. "What made you leave Tamara the way you did?" Abe asked curiously. "You won't believe if I told you my reason," Pere replied with a shaky voice and eyes red like fire. "What's the worst I can hear after hearing your 2 sons are not yours?" Abe said. Pere adjusted from where he was sitting to the bed. "Big nyash," Pere said. "It's a pity, man, but no pity for you." "But big boss doesn't count now, or does it still matter?" There are far more important attributes like character than physical looks. I mean, physical looks matter too, but not the first. "You are right. My world is over. I hope she has not even infected me with some kind of disease too," Pere said. "You knew she was promiscuous and you didn't use protection?" Their conversation was cut abruptly when Pere's phone rang. It's Tamara," Pere told Abe. "Answer it," Abe said. "I don't know what to say," Pere replied, looking sad. "Say I am sorry," Abe said. The phone rang again. Pere answered and said, "I am sorry." "I am sorry? Is that your name?" Tamara replied on the other end of the phone. It's Pere Johnson's, Pere said with his daughter. Hello, Pere. How are you? Tamara inquired. I am fine. I called earlier to apologize for how I treated you years ago. I am sorry, Tamara Isime, Pere finally replied. No problems. Besides, that was a long time ago, Tamara said. Thank you so much. Thank you so. Pere was caught by Tamara's question. But why now? Why apologize now after so many years? I'm curious. I left value for vague. I made everyone's woman mine. I made a street lady mine. Itohan cheats on me. My 2 sons aren't even mine, Pere said painfully. The same big butt Itohan you left me for? Tamara asked curiously. Yes, T, Pere replied. Oh my God, this is grave wickedness. I am so sorry to hear this. I'm so sorry, Tamara said. Thanks, T. You could have said it's my karma, but your kind heart never changed even after I've wronged you. I got married to Itohan while we were still dating, Pere said, feeling down. It's okay, Pere. My jet is about taking off. I will call you when I'm back in the country, Tamara said calmly. Where are you off to in a private jet? Pere asked, shocked. I and my husband are on a vacation in Seychelles, Tamara replied. A lucky man indeed. This should have been me, Pere said, feeling down. Bye, Pere. Tamara dropped the call. Pere looked up at Abby and said nothing. Has Itohan even called you since he left home? Abby asked. No, that's if she's even at home, Pere said with a wave of hand and an angry face. Abby drove Pere back to his house. His 3 children welcomed him. He hugged them tightly like that was his last hug. He had missed them so much. He didn't treat the 2 boys like they weren't his. He called the nanny to ask of his wife. Oga, she never come house since you come out though, the nanny said. You see, Pere said to Abby. What's the plan now? I am solidly behind you in whatever decision you take, Abby said convincingly. Pere let out a loud sigh. I made my bed. I will lay on it. But you don't have to, Abby said, surprised at the decision of his friend. Yes, I don't have to. But for the sake of my children. Only you and I know these boys aren't mine. And I will like it to remain like that. I love them so much. Maybe when the children are grown, I will leave their mother, Pere said, affirming his decision. But you have to remove Itohan's names from all your properties, Abby reminded him. Of course, I will get my lawyer to do it right away. Abby got up to leave, and Pere walked him to the gate. They both shook hands and bade each other goodbye. Moral of the story. Men suffer too in marriage. Let us normalize giving men the liberty to express themselves without judgment and eradicate this popular phrase, you are a man, endure it. Men do not have to be emotionally reserved as our culture has made it to be. Many men have died as a result of this. Let us not criticize men when they speak up about their experiences in relationships. Rather, let us give them a listening ear. Also, there are far more important attributes to consider when choosing a life partner other than just physical attributes. Lastly, forgiveness is freedom. Just as Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 7b says, anger dwells in the hearts of fools. Let us learn to forgive and heal. Let us make the world a better place together. What did you learn from this story? Kindly share with me in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this story. It is a real life story, not a fiction. Please share out to people, share to your loved ones so that everyone out there can be careful. God bless you.